Hello and welcome for stopping by. I am Unknown Emperor, and if you've stumbled across this video, you are either a fan of wrestling or a fan of mine. Either or, thank you for tuning in. If you're new and want to join the Unknown Empire, an easy way to join is to hit that follow and subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Leave a like and share it. If you're not new, I always appreciate you for stopping by. You see the title of the video? This is the predictions for WrestleMania 41. We are less than a week away from this highly anticipated event coming to you from Las Vegas. I am gonna let you know I will be live streaming both nights. One night I'm gonna do a Twitch live stream. Another night, I don't know, depending on if that Twitch live stream pop, I might do both nights on Twitch. If the Twitch live stream don't really pop off, I'll be back on YouTube and we'll do a live stream here. But y'all didn't come here for that, but I did have to let y'all know, so y'all be looking out for that. We have WrestleMania. The build for this has been pretty wishy-washy to me. A couple of these matches have a lot, and a couple of these matches have a little. Like if you want to look at the Roman, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, to me that has a lot. That has so much going into it. The history between those three men, the Paul Heyman dangling over all three of them heads. It's something to really sink your teeth into. But when you go to the New Day and the War Raiders, that match was basically made last week. It's not much that they put behind it story-wise. You just got a good team in the New Day, a good team in the War Raiders, and a heel face team smashed them together before WrestleMania type ordeal. You don't really get that much of investment behind it. So WrestleMania to me has a bunch of those on that card, and you tuned in here so we can go over the predictions. If you want, you can leave your predictions down in the comments down below. It's a lot of matches on the card, so I'm not gonna hold this intro too long. We'll get into all these matches, let you know who we gonna win, and how we gonna go forward. So without further ado, let's get active. Starting off, I would want to start with the wrestlers that at the time of recording are seemingly missing out on WrestleMania. The list is long, but I'm not gonna name everybody. I'm just gonna name a notable few. First, you want to start off with your United States Women's Champion, Chelsea Green. She does not have a confirmed match for that card. She recently defended that title against Zelina Vega, and she got counted out, so we can sort of either assume it's gonna be on that Friday night show, or they're gonna late night, just randomly post it on the WrestleMania card. If they do that, that's very awful, because that title deserves more. That title and the Intercontinental Women's Champion and the tag team titles, all of them are just kind of getting disrespected at the moment. But Chelsea Green is, and then to bring up the tag team titles, the Street Profits don't have a confirmed WrestleMania match. They have a match on the Friday night beforehand that could possibly bleed into something else, or that could just be the end-all be-all. And it's a travesty that we are missing the Street Profits defending those tag team titles on WrestleMania. Next, we have Solo. Solo's missing it. He doesn't have a confirmed match. And which brings me to my next person that they started basically feuding on this past Friday night, which is Randy Orton. He was having a match with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens unfortunately had to give away that match due to a neck injury that just got too horrible to bear. So he is going to end up having neck surgery and could possibly miss next year's WrestleMania as well. All thoughts and wishes goes out to Kevin Owens and his family. I wish nothing but the best for him. I'm going to send prayers and love out to him. I know he's not going to see this, but that doesn't change the sentiment of it. I wish the best for him, and I hope he is to recover. He is also missing this year's WrestleMania. Along with Carmelo Hayes, The Miz, they don't have a confirmed match. Sami Zayn, Braun Strowman, Nia Jax, Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso might have something to do with the Jey Uso and the Gunther match. I don't think he should, because he's also already got involved and cost Jimmy a couple times. So I don't think that's the road we want to go down. But those are a lot of notable people that are missing WrestleMania, or at least at the time of recording, that they don't have a planned WrestleMania card, and just throwing them on the card last minute. There's a Andre the Giant Battle Royale that is happening on Friday night, so that's not gonna happen. There's already so many cards on their WrestleMania nights 1 and 2. So the likelihood of them just throwing something on there is slim to none. They can most definitely do it. I wouldn't take that away from them, but I don't see it happening. So to me, the worst travesties is Chelsea Green not defending that title, and the Street Profits not defending their titles on the WrestleMania card, or not even showcasing it. That's awful. And especially Carmelo Hayes, I believe he deserves a little bit more. But hey, what are you gonna do? Hopefully there's a plan for him coming out of WrestleMania. I believe in Triple H, so I'm not gonna put anything past him. Unfortunately, those that they're not there. From people who are going to miss WrestleMania to the people that are going to be on night 1 of WrestleMania, which starts off our predictions with the triple threat match that I mentioned earlier, the Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, where Paul Heyman is going to walk down with CM Punk. This match has the most up in the air chances to me, because you can theoretically go with any one of these men and there is nobody that is upset. To me, the person that benefits the least from a victory in this is going to be Roman Reigns, because if he wins, then it's just like, what do we continue on with the tribal chief character? If CM Punk win, then he can go on to this is his first WrestleMania. He won with Paul Heyman virtually in his side, walked him down. He can be first in line to Jey Uso or John Cena to challenge for that title. That's gonna prepare him to that number 1 contendership in either one of those brackets, or Gunther if Gunther retains, or Cody Rhodes if Cody Rhodes retains. I mean, it can do anything like that, because the CM Punk feud with Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Jey Uso, and Gunther would feed generations. And then if Seth Rollins win, then he virtually ruins CM Punk's moment, which is something he's always wanted to do, depending on how he wins. Because if Paul Heyman somehow aligns with Seth Rollins, then we are in a whole different ball game. We are talking heel Seth Rollins with a heel Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman turns on CM Punk and on Roman Reigns, because Seth Rollins was making all too much sense this past Monday night, where he's like, Roman abandoned you, CM Punk abandoned you. Essentially, I'm the only person who's never abandoned you. I've never had the opportunity to abandon you. Like, I could really hurt you right now. And he could have, and he didn't. He said, nah, you owe me. We're going to figure out more about that. I'm assuming this Monday night, or this past Monday night, depending on whenever I upload this video. So it theoretically is 3 different options. I feel like CM Punk is going to come out on top of this match. It's his fairy tale ending for his first WrestleMania. Maybe he gets to pin on Seth Rollins when Paul Heyman is teased to try to help him, something like that. Or, I have to give a prediction, so I'm gonna go with CM Punk. If any of these other men were to win, am I gonna be surprised? No. Am I gonna be upset? No. I'm gonna be a little. Depending on how it happens, that's all. Depending on how they tell the story, that's it. But for my prediction, I'm gonna go with CM Punk. Which takes us into our next match, which probably had one of the best builds in this season of WrestleMania, and that is the Jade Cargill and Naomi feud that has been going on for the past 6 months. It's been about 5 or 6 months since Jade Cargill was thrown into the windshield of that car. And Naomi went on to steal her spot, keep the tag team titles, win them, retain them, go about her business, and then enter the Elimination Chamber where Jade came back and handled her business. And ever since then, these two women have been attacking each other on social media and in the ring and out of the ring every week. It has been on site or behind site, anything like that. And this one is also a hard match to call. If you were to give it to anybody for story, you would give it to Jade. So that's where my prediction is leaning. But you don't want to turn Naomi heel and have her lose. You would want Jade to win because she's been gone for a little minute. This is like her second big WrestleMania. Was she on WrestleMania last year? When they had the six women tag match, the big three. So this honestly been brewing for a year. So this is one of the better told stories. Is it justifiable if either one of them win? Yes. Am I upset if Naomi win? No. But we have to give a prediction. I'm gonna make Jade my prediction. Next match to me has a little bit more clarity about the direction they're gonna go in, and it is the tag team champions on Raw. The War Raiders defending their titles against the New Day. And in my predictions, I'm going to go with the New Day. They're throwing this together. It only makes sense to give the New Day the titles coming out of WrestleMania. Let them have the titles for a little while. Bring back the prestige and the want to watch and want the tag team titles. Let them bring them back and handle business. The War Raiders has been okay as the title holders. Can't really complain about it. I wish they would have been booked better, but that's not their faults. It's time for them to go ahead and get those titles up. Rey Mysterio is defending his honor against El Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable. And I think on this night, he's gonna be unmasked, and it's not gonna be Chad Gable. Like it's not going to be Chad Gable. Oh my goodness. I feel like that's gonna be one of the funniest moments. But Chad Gable has kind of not gotten anything with WWE recently. Neither has Rey Mysterio. He's been getting abused by the New Day. So this one is really a flip of a coin, because if you want to give it to Rey, the veteran Chad Gable or El Grande Americano can take the L. But if Rey Mysterio can also take the L to an up-and-coming El Grande Americano or Chad Gable, whoever is under that mask. So this one is honestly very hard to pick. Not as difficult as the other ones, because if you really just sit down on it, you'd say Rey Mysterio. You'd say Rey Mysterio wins WrestleMania, because it might be another upset or something on this night that's going to deter them from Rey Mysterio losing. And it's essentially is not Chad Gable losing. It's El Grande Americano. So, Rey Mysterio. Next, we have a one-on-one match with LA Knight defending that United States champion against Jacob Fatu. This prediction is short and sweet and to the point. Any match with Jacob Fatu in it, I'm going to go with Jacob Fatu. The WWE has very much pushed him. They love him. It's only he can do so much with that title. The only way I see him not winning is if Solo screw him over, which sets up him and Solo at SummerSlam. But no, we don't need any shenanigans. We don't need any type of distractions like that. Keep it short and sweet to the point. Jacob Fatu, go in there, squash match. It's over and done with. Take care of LA Knight, and he is the new United States champion. There's nothing wrong with LA Knight. He's a great United States champion. He defends that title. He's a fighting champion. But it's Jacob Fatu. I'm not going to argue that. Due to recent events and the nature of how this feud has progressed, it really makes it a little bit difficult because I wanted this Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte feud to really play out, but these two women have very much spit so much venom in the short span and attacked each other. I don't feel as though they're gonna prolong this feud out, but I could be wrong. Sadly, you know what? For the sake of argument and what I would like, Tiffany Stratton is going to win this match and she is going to retain, and then that is going to set up a feud with her and Roxanne Perez at SummerSlam. Like they can do it like that. They can do that. Or make that a triple threat. I don't know. But it's very difficult to tell. I really don't want Charlotte to win that title. I don't care about her getting any closer to Ric Flair, getting any closer to John Cena. It's not about that. I just don't want her to hold that title. Tiffany Stratton benefits way more than holding that title. That's just how I see it. So I'm going to lean. This match is going to be hard hitting. I feel like there's going to be a little bit of stiff shots in there. But if I'm leaning anywhere, I'm leaning towards Tiffany Stratton. And to end up the night one predictions, the match that possibly should be main event WrestleMania, which I believe this match is probably gonna be the opener. This is most likely gonna be the opener for night one, and it is the Jey Uso versus Gunther match. And this is the night where we crown Jey Uso as the heavyweight champion. This is going to be the greatest standing ovation. The Yeet train in Las Vegas is going to be magical. That crowd is going to look majestic, yeeting at the same time. I have no problems with Jey Uso taking the title at this point. Gunther has had a nice run as the World Heavyweight champion, but his run as the World Heavyweight champion did not hold the same weight or the same, the same gravitas as his Intercontinental Championship run. So it's no fault. Like it's not like it was a bad run. I just, whenever you look at him, I would rather that Intercontinental Championship run, him losing that title right now, and then get into a different program, maybe with a returning Ilya Dragunov, or they've been throwing around Goldberg. That feud will be so much better without that title. So, boom, Jey Uso is crowned the World Heavyweight champion on night one of Saturday of WrestleMania of Saturday, night one. But that concludes our night one predictions. With that, it brings us into night two, that Sunday night of WrestleMania, and it is what? It is 6 matches on this card at the time of recording. And these 6 matches really pale in comparison to the Cody Rhodes and John Cena match. But these other 5 matches do have the capability of stealing the show. And one of the matches on that card that have that possibility deep in my heart is gotta be the Io Sky, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley match. Because this match, on top of a lot of other matches on this night, that makes this, like, a quick side, this card has a bunch of matches that, like, when you really look down and split it, it has a lot of jeopardy in it. Regardless of how the builds were, you can have bad builds or no builds at all, and then when you throw these matches together, still not have an idea about who's gonna come out on top. This match had an up and down build. I personally like how Rhea Ripley was booked inside of this match. I would have appreciated it if it was the original. I think the special guest referee was a little bit too much. I think that all that was just a little bit, the contract signing the second time around was a little bit too much. But when you get down to it, we really just needed the outcome, and the outcome is this triple threat match. You have 3 dominant women that, with the other triple threat match on night one, have equal amount of chances of winning. The person with the least amount of intrigue coming out as champion would be Rhea Ripley, unfortunately. The second one would be Io Sky, and the person with the most amount of intrigue depending on how they would win, would be Bianca Belair. And unlike the other one where I went with Punk, with him being the second most, with this one, I'm going to go with Bianca Belair because I feel like she is going to go a little bit heel, which kind of justifies how Rhea Ripley has been feeling. It also makes us think, has she been with Naomi? Is it a third member to this? Like somebody that we're not looking at? You know, maybe after she wins, the Wyatt family goes after her. Her first feud is with Alexa Bliss. You know, I don't know. But we're gonna go with Bianca Belair to come out the Raw Women's Champion. Speaking of poorly booked or no booked or bad build matches, how about the Judgment Day defending their tag team titles against Lyra Valkyria, the Intercontinental Women's Champion, and Bayley? That's upsetting because Lyra should be defending that title one-on-one. But I feel like this match is just gonna be a catapult, a catalyst, a starting point for Bayley. Basically, I'm assuming gonna turn. Maybe. Oh, what if it's Bayley, Bianca, and Naomi? What if it was Bayley, Bianca, and Naomi, and they all turn heel? They all turn heel around the same time. We have a heel champion in Bianca. We have Bayley turning on Lyra, which sets up a SummerSlam match for her to get the Intercontinental Women's Champion. And then Naomi can probably beat Jade, but I predicted Jade. I'm gonna keep that prediction. But for this one, I'm gonna pick Judgment Day because they're the real tag team. The other two is just thrown together, and there's no point in Judgment Day. The team of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez losing those tag titles. Like none. So, Judgment Day. To keep this Judgment Day train rolling, we're going to segue into the Intercontinental Championship on the men's side, and that's Braun Breaker defending his title against Penta, Dirty Dom, and Finn Balor. The latter two being a part of the Judgment Day. I feel like this is going to be the night where it all falls apart. But for my prediction to really come in fruition, it takes Dirty Dom winning that Intercontinental Championship. It takes Dirty Dom winning that Intercontinental Championship and holding it up with Raquel and Liv. That'd be a nice picture to see. And then it's going to be back like beautiful with the Judgment Day ruling, and they kind of switch it up. They get rid of Finn, add a new member, do it like that would be nice. And then when JD comes, because JD still has to come back. I forgot about JD. JD is missing WrestleMania. Asuka is missing WrestleMania. Oh my goodness, I missed those. But for my prediction and the fruition of what I would want and how I see WWE playing out, it takes Dirty Dom winning this title. Please don't pin Braun Breaker. I would rather him pin Finn or pin Penta, to win, to keep going. Penta doesn't need that title right now. Ultimately, they're going to tag him up with his brother that's over on SmackDown, so keep him free. Braun can go into the world title picture, and Finn Balor can try to fight back because he's now the outcast that he did to Damian Priest in the way. Everything goes full circle. Dirty Dom wins in a great Fatal 4-Way match. Logan Paul gets a WrestleMania moment against AJ Styles. AJ Styles has Karrion Kross in his ear, trying to turn him into dark AJ Styles. And they're going to have a match, or they just had a match, like I said, depending on when I post this video. But they doing their thing, and Karrion Kross is in this man's ear. And Karrion Kross has been turning a lot of people evil. Like, he turned everybody but Sami Zayn, in a way. New Day, Bloodline. There's a couple other people that he talked to that he spoke with and really changed. And I like how he changed his hair up to match who he talking to. That shit is really nice. And he has the hair to do it. And he looked clean every time. But yeah. Yeah, AJ Styles. Logan Paul can really wrestle though. Logan Paul can really wrestle. But I don't think he gets it here. I think AJ Styles is kind of like on a farewell ending, like retirement type ordeal. So he's going to get this WrestleMania moment and come out with the dub. This next match over the past couple of weeks has been really gaining my interest and has really been gaining momentum with the build that these two men and the performance that these two have really put on. And this is a street fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Anything goes, anything happens. Coming out the other side, any man can come out on top and either man can lose. But either man should not lose. Because Damian Priest shouldn't lose because he had an amazing 2024. And for who he is as a person, a street fight, he should not lose for his character development. And Drew McIntyre also had an amazing 2024. And he shouldn't lose because for his character development, if he were to lose against Damian Priest, then I guess that more or less proves his point. Because then Damian Priest would have ruined another moment for him. So that's kind of what he's been spouting over the last couple weeks. So if that happens, then it kind of makes sense. But no, we're gonna go with Drew McIntyre is gonna leave WrestleMania with his head held high. He's gonna use every bit of dastardliness, like something dirty. It's a street fight. They're gonna go all over that arena. They might end up bleeding, maybe not, but it's going to be hard-hitting. It's going to be physical. It's going to be men slapping man meat. And Drew McIntyre is going to come out on top. He deserves this. He deserves this on the other side. Not saying that Damian Priest doesn't deserve it, but I'd give it to Drew McIntyre. And then he can go after the winner of the WWE, of the SmackDown World Heavyweight title, of the WWE champion. I feel like that'd be nice. Last and certainly not least, we have the newly healed John Cena, possibly with the final boss, The Rock, or Travis Scott in his corner, taking on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, for that WWE Championship. John Cena is going for number 17, looking to break the record, and he's also looking to take that title, dubbing himself the last real champion and leaving the WWE with it. Cody Rhodes looks to stop it and to keep WWE alive for future generations. This one's tough. This one's tough because you don't want to turn John Cena heel and have him lose at WrestleMania. Like, you don't. Unless it's like a double turn where John Cena turned heel for The Rock, but Rock really just wanted Cody, so he went to Cody behind the scenes and he double turns on John Cena, and now he's with the Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes comes out on top, stopping John Cena from being number 17, which ultimately makes Cody Rhodes the bigger heel and a hypocrite, and John Cena really sold his soul for nothing, which makes him a more sympathetic babyface. That's just me spitballing off the top of my head. That's not anything I put down in my notes. That was just something that I came up with. But to keep it back on track, I feel like that heel John Cena is going to win this title and is going to break the record, ending off night 2 of WrestleMania with him, The Rock, standing hand in hand. But it's going to be something. It's something that we're missing. It's something that we're not seeing. It's another person. I think it's a return. I don't think it's somebody that we already know. Unless it's Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins has another heist of WrestleMania. That's his favor. His favor is to, I don't know. It's very tough to put into words. Like, it's very tough to come up with a lot of ways, just because it's so unpredictable. They have a linear way that they can go, but then they always take a side step. They get to the destination but never take the journey in which somebody else would have went, which makes it so good storytelling. But my predictions is not gonna change. We're gonna go with heel John Cena breaking the record. As much as I love Cody Rhodes, it's not meant for him to hold that title for a very long time. He's already had it for a year. Give it to John Cena. John Cena's not going to have it for a long time. That's how we see it. But that concludes our predictions for night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. Be sure to tune in to my Twitch and my YouTube whenever we live stream it, because we are going to be live. We're going to be active. We are going to have fun and talk wrestling and be here for the surprises, the return, and the new faces, the old faces, and everything. I do appreciate you. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all have a blessed one. Until next time.